What's up, guys? It's Midwest Raider coming at you with another video for my channel. So today I wanted to bring you a really cheap, inexpensive line mixer, possibly the cheapest I could find, and I wanted to bring it to you and see if it worked. So let's find out if it's cheap, if it's crap, or not. So I'll bring that out to you in my review today on this inexpensive line mixer. So today I wanted to also thank you guys for tuning in. I'm almost up to 500 subscribers. I want to thank you all for the support and feedback that you guys have brought, and for all being positive, guys. I also want to tell you guys, I hope everybody's doing okay out there. Everybody's staying positive, staying safe, and staying busy. So thank you guys all so much. Also check me out, Midwest Raider Services, DJMartiniMidwest.com. Check all those out, and thank you guys for tuning in. So let's get this started. I have a really cheap, inexpensive mixer. Let's get to it. So today I have right there, the Professional 4-Channel Mixing Console. And I have this particular model right here, which is the black model. It says it has a USB input, MP3 input, LED display, microphone input, headphone jack. Let's check it all out and see if it has all these things and if it works. So I spent the last hour tuning this thing in, checking it out, and I'll bring you my thoughts right now. So in the box, you get the box, you get a 1-page manual, you get a 5-watt little AC adapter plug, and the micro to USB plug. And then you get the item itself. Now notice this actually has a label brand on it. It says Muslady. That's what we got. That's a particular model I have. Now this is plastic. It's very plastic, cheap sounding. But after an hour of playing with it, guys, it works. You know, simple as that, it works. And for $35, now I think this particular one is $39, but I actually made a deal and I got it for $35. So they're between $49 and $39. You can easily find other brands, same mixer, but it'll just have a different name over here. Because like I said, it's Chinese and it's being cloned, marketed different ways. But you can find the same exact mixer for under $50 easily. So for that type of price point, the features that you get with this is actually pretty amazing, guys. So now, this is not an amazing line mixer at all. There's actually some problems with it, and I will talk about it, but just to cover it, it all works, and it all works as described, okay? So let's talk about it. So the reason why I purchased this is because, one, I do need a line mixer in my kit, but I have a lot of normal DJ mixers. Now, I have a 2-channel Gemini MM1. This is a great mixer for extra little things, or if you just need a simple little mixer to move some stuff around. This is a great mixer. It's 2-channel, has a microphone, has all highs, lows, gains, all that kind of stuff, headphone jack. Great mixer, but this in itself is $80, and it doesn't have half of the features that this has. So if this works, it's actually a pretty good value, and let's get into it. Okay, so you have 4 channels. Now technically you only have 3 channels on here, but with a USB button, you have USB, you have Bluetooth, and you have an audio interface which you can hook up to your PC. So that will be all on one channel, but you also have your RCA's inputs here, and this is a quarter jack, RCA, a record out, and your out for your main outs to go to your speaker. You also have 2 microphone inputs, but you have full gain, full volume knobs here. You have effects knobs for those microphones, which has delay and repeat, and you also have highs and lows. Now on other mixers at this price point and this size, they don't have those highs and low features on most of those mixers. So you're getting that on all 3 channels. So you're even on your 3rd channel, you're getting highs and lows and all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. You're also going to get that on your USB, Bluetooth, and your PC hookup as well. You also have a main, gain, volume, and you also have headphone volume as well, and you can monitor through headphones on this as well, which is very, very cool. You also have phantom power on here, so if you wanted to use mics that need power, you do have the the ability to do that. So they do have the fountain. Now I've heard in other videos that it doesn't have the full 48 volts that they're saying, but it has enough power to power your phantom microphones. Also on the back, like I said, you have that mini micro plug, which can be hooked up to your laptop to work as an audio interface. It did work. I was able to run music through this and out to my speaker. You can also record. Now recording didn't work as well. There was no hum or feedback or anything, but I did notice that it was kind of low. So the input coming in wasn't, quality and, crisp and clear. It was a little bit low sounding. So it's not the best, but it did work. So I'll give it that. So you do have an ability to run it to your PC as an audio interface. Now the music coming out from it was good. So I had no issues with that. You still had a pretty good volume, sounded pretty good. Your thumb drive, USB drive right there. I would use 32 gig or less. That's what I used right here, 32 gig or less. When I used a bigger thumb drive, like 128 gig, it would not read it, but it would read my 32 gig, which had a playlist of music, played it just fine. And you also have on your LED display, play, pause, forward, and back. So all worked very good. Like I said, this also has a little SD card reader for a micro here. I did not test that out, but I'm guessing that it works because I don't have a micro with any music on it, at least at this moment. So, but it does have it, but the USB did work. It also has a clip light, signal light, and a power light there. They all worked. We'll show you a little bit of what's going on. So it's kind of cool to have that. So this right here, this little button right here that says ST and USB, that'll separate the 3 and the 4 channel. So your ST is going to be your stereo RCA inputs here, quarter jack, or you're going to have USB, which will play. You actually have an FM radio tuner in here as well. That doesn't work very good, but it is on there. But it does have, that will work also, for your USB thumb drive, your Bluetooth, and your PC in if you were to run that way as well. Like I said, you do have your volumes on the bottom and gains and highs and lows on all 3 channels. You also have effects for your microphones. Now the only thing that I was very negative on is the microphones. Now the microphones do work, but you really have to run the gains and volumes on them very, very high, along with your highs and lows. So you kind of have to max everything out to get a really crisp sound from your microphone, and even then it's still pretty low and you have to crank your speaker a little bit. So that's probably the biggest negative on this for me, was the microphones. So if you don't mind cranking all those up, then it's not too bad, okay? That does work. It will get signal out and it will put off enough volume for what you will need. But yes, you do have to have them cranked up a little bit. Other than that, the actual gains for your channel 3 and 4 worked as normal as they should work. I didn't have to crank them or anything. You got a good signal from those inputs and no issues. So just the microphones that I really had to gain them up. I think that's about it, guys. I think I've gotten everything in there. So like I said, I'm just going to go over it real quick one more time. Like I said, you can get this between $35, $40. I will put a link in the description below of this model and the other models that are close to it. So I'll put a couple in there so you guys can look around. But then, like I said, let's go over this again. This could definitely be a great piece of kit just because of all the things it has. And now let's talk about it again. It's going to have 2 microphone inputs, It's going to have a channel 3, so a channel for your RCAs or quarter jack inputs that you want to put into it, and it has gains, high lows, and volumes for that channel. It also is going to have a 4th channel, which is going to consist of your Bluetooth, your PC, or a USB thumb drive stick that you can put in, and it automatically play that music MP3s that are on that thumb drive. So that's very, very cool. It has some effects for your microphones. It has a main gain volume, and it also has headphones as well. And like I said, can use it as an audio interface. It does work to play the music, but it doesn't record very well. The sound sounds a little bit muted, in my opinion. Also, your Bluetooth worked good. I did connect to it. Was very easy to connect to. The volume sounded as normal as any other device, and just in that sense of $35, $40, you can make any PA speaker Bluetooth by running it through this. So you run out to your speaker, connect a Bluetooth device to this, and you're playing music out of your PA speaker. So just in that in itself is worth $35 to me. But like I said, you can run your PC to it, and you can run a thumb drive as well. So like I said, in my opinion, even though this is not the best quality, it still will work for certain things. Like I said, I think the biggest thing I could use it for is running music in an extra area. Say there's a cocktail hour in a different room. I can throw a thumb drive in this, hook it up to a speaker, and let it play. So it's very, very cool, guys. Also, Bluetooth works. That's a cool feature in itself. And like I said, everything else works. The only things that didn't work very good is recording and your microphones. I definitely had, on this particular model, I had to crank them up excessively. So other than that, guys, would I buy it again? Is it cheap? Is it crap? It is cheap. It is plastic. It might not hold up if you abused it, dropped it, that kind of stuff. But for $35, I'm kind of sold, because I would buy it again, because just for the certain couple features like Bluetooth, the USB reader, and having the extra options with it, even to run a microphone, even though if I have to crank them a little bit, it'll still work. So in an emergency, it would be a nice piece of kit to have, just in case you needed those particular things really quick and fast. So at $35, guys, I really can't blame it too much for being cheap. It does what it's supposed to do, it works, and it's really inexpensive. So I think I'm sold. I will totally buy it again for $35, or even $39, $40. I think that's a great price point for it, and it does everything it says it's supposed to do. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been Midwest Raider, guys, and please like, subscribe, share. Hope you guys like this little video. I do have another one coming in. I actually have an 8-channel one that I took a chance on too. I wanted to check it out, a little bit different, but it had some cool features that I thought would be cool to show you guys as well. I think this is kind of the new way they're going with the Bluetooth and all that kind of extra stuff, but yet it works. And I think it would work for you guys too if you guys needed just a little piece of kit that's extra, just in case, emergency wise, and you just used it for background music and stuff like that. So great little piece of kit for really, really inexpensive. Thank you guys for tuning in. Midwest Raider, DJ Martini Midwest, and we'll check you guys later.